Bob, why y'all be discouraging rappers to sign to other rappers when Drake, Cardi, Travis, and The Weeknd all signed to artists? Because times have changed, bro. Okay? Cardi signed to ASAP, but look what happened there. ASAP really stopped dropping music. So like the forefront or like the attention went towards building Cardi. Travis was signed to Kanye, but like in 2012 or whatever, maybe even earlier, before social media. So like you really needed a cosign back then, or it was way more substantial back in those times, because all we really had was magazines, news articles, like TV. So if you were seen with like a celebrity such as Kanye, like you're boosted to the top literally instantly. Whereas now, like everybody got a fucking cosign because so many pictures are being posted every day on Instagram. And then who else did you say? Drake. Same shit with Drake. Lil Wayne was the top rapper by far. Drake signs to him, gets him all the features from all the big artists. Like it was almost more acceptable to be an industry plant back then. Whereas now, if you don't grow into it, it kind of backfires. But again, like you almost needed that, or it was way more powerful, the cosign from an artist that you signed to you. Now, there are also a lot of duds of these artists that you just don't know about that signed to these bigger artists. Such as, like, there's a bunch of artists underneath Kanye that didn't really work out. There's Lil Twist from Lil Wayne. There's a bunch of artists underneath Lil Wayne that just did not make it. There's a bunch of artists signed to Drake, like Smiley or whatever. There's a bunch of artists signed to a lot of artists that just fall off, like never get on. So yeah, just because you're having it's called survivorship bias. Just because there are these three things that these artists that made it off of signing to another artist, it makes it look like it works every time, but it doesn't. And as I was saying before at the very beginning, like say Travis is still like his own artist. So of course he's going to put his time and attention, most of it, 95% of it, into his own career. So when I say don't sign to an artist, is because, yeah, you got the cosign, but you could have gotten that with a picture of like when you both go to the same fashion show in Paris. Like you could have just met up with Travis and he likes your music, so y'all take a picture together. That's the same thing as basically what Sofago is getting right now, except he gets less money because he signed to Travis Scott. So like the exchange of value is a little bit more even. And so you could sign to a label, get more money, and now you have like more time and resources from that label that they're putting into you, rather than Travis kind of, again, not really caring about you, because new artists are a risk and a lot of money. So why would they put more attention towards that when they have their own career that they know they're going to make a lot of money from? So that's why I say be careful. Like it can work to sign to a bigger artist, but try it your own way for as long as you can. Like I even had somebody in my DMs wanting me to sign them to like my company, and they'd be like a creator or like a podcaster or a gamer or something. And I was like, you're just trying to take a shortcut, bro. Like you can do exactly what you're telling me you can do. Like you can make videos or make documentaries or make podcasts. You can post them on YouTube. It's free. But you just want me to give you a shortcut so you don't have to work hard for like 3 years. And so similarly with you can get to the same point, potentially even higher, because of that whole situation that we talk about all the time, where the artist that you sign to, generally speaking, is that's the ceiling that you can reach, because they're not going to let you, they're not going to let you get past them. Otherwise, like it's conflict of interest. Yeah. Do it yourself first. Work hard. If you can't do it yourself, then you shouldn't do it anyway. Like, what was the whole point? because then you're going to be locked into a contract as a slave and just be making money for somebody else. And then they're not going to put any effort into you anyway because you're not making money. Like, it just doesn't make sense at all. If Uzi were to start a label, do you think it'd be as big as Opium? I'm not sure. It really depends. I mean, Cardi definitely has like more hype and more pull with his fan base to be able to basically make his fans, his label's fans. As in, let's say a high percentage, like 60% or even 40% at this point of Cardi fans. It's probably less than that, but a large proportion compared to other artists, probably the highest proportion of his fans are going to transfer over to Ken Carson, Destroy Lonely, Homicide Gang, all of his artists, or at least check them out. Whereas, like, let's say, I'm trying to think who else has a good label. Like J. Cole is a good label because everyone's lyrical over there. So you almost want to sign people who are like somewhat similar to you, but give a different take on whatever genre or subgenre you're making. So Uzi, it really depends on like who he signs. I feel like if you get like what Cardi did well is he had Ken Carson, and then Ken Carson like blew up. And so then Cardi had credibility with the Opium label, where then whoever he signed, like people are going to dick ride or at least check out because he already was successful in giving new talented artists a look and like people liked them. You know what I'm saying? But if he had a dud, like nobody would be fucking with Opium right now. So as much as we give credit to Cardi's like aesthetic and image and rarity and whatever, that is the reason that Ken Carson blew up. At the same time, Ken low-key like solidified for Cardi the Opium label. So Ken should get a share, at least one share of Opium. He was one of the reasons that it is a successful label to this day. And then it made it easier for Destroy Lonely and Homicide Gang. You know what I mean? And that's not even a hot take.